Have you ever wondered why your joints stay swollen and stiff no matter what you try? You might be surprised to learn that the answer could be hiding right on your plate. In today's video, we're uncovering the top 3 foods that quietly make arthritis pain and swelling worse and the simple swaps that can bring real relief. Make sure you watch until the very end because every tip matters for healthier, happier joints. Don't forget to leave a comment sharing your own experiences or questions. I'd love to hear from you. And if you want more practical, easy to follow health advice for those over 50, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out. 1. Processed and red meats. You might not realize it, but some of the foods you enjoy the most could be quietly making your arthritis symptoms worse. Think about bacon sizzling in the morning, juicy steaks for dinner, or that favorite burger you sometimes crave. These delicious treats, especially processed and red meats, are often the hidden culprits behind joint swelling and pain. So, what's really going on here? Well, these meats are packed with something called saturated fats. Now, don't let the fancy term scare you. Saturated fats are a type of fat found mostly in animal products, and when you eat too much, they can trigger your body's natural defense system in a way that actually causes harm. They make your body produce special proteins called inflammatory cytokines. These little troublemakers travel straight to your joints and cause swelling, stiffness, and discomfort. It's like lighting a small fire inside your body that keeps burning your joints. But that's not all. There's another sneaky player called advanced glycation end products, or AGEs for short. These form when meats are cooked at high temperatures. Think grilling, frying, or broiling until the outside is crispy. AGEs cause what doctors call oxidative stress. Imagine it as tiny rusting inside your joints, slowly damaging the tissues and making arthritis symptoms worse over time. This damage is especially tricky for people with inflammatory arthritis, like rheumatoid arthritis, where the body's immune system already attacks the joints. Let me share a real-life story to make this clearer. Mrs. Thompson is a lovely 62-year-old retired school teacher who came to see me after years of struggling with painful, swollen knuckles and knees that stiffened every morning. She told me she couldn't start her day without a crispy strip of bacon and enjoyed steak dinners on the weekends, habits she'd had for decades. When we talked about her diet, she was surprised to learn how much processed and red meats might be fueling her pain. Together, we made a simple plan. Mrs. Thompson began cutting back drastically on bacon, sausages, and steaks. Instead, she started enjoying grilled salmon, which is packed with omega-3 fatty acids known to help reduce inflammation. She also added lentil-based dishes a few times a week, hearty, tasty, and a wonderful plant protein. Within just 6 weeks, Mrs. Thompson noticed her morning stiffness was much less severe, and her joint pain was manageable even without upping her medications. She felt more energetic and hopeful than she had in years. If you're wondering how to make similar changes without feeling deprived, here are some easy, practical tips. Swap red meats for lean proteins. Instead of reaching for a steak or burger, try skinless chicken breast, wild-caught fish like salmon or mackerel, or plant-based proteins such as beans, lentils, or chickpeas. These choices provide essential nutrients without feeding the fire of inflammation. Get creative with vegetables. Ever tried grilling portobello mushrooms or eggplant as a meat substitute? Their meaty texture and smoky flavor can satisfy cravings and add variety to your meals. Make gradual changes. You don't have to quit processed or red meats overnight. Even cutting back a little, like replacing 2 or 3 meat meals a week with healthier alternatives, can make a significant difference over time. Watch your cooking methods. High temperature cooking creates those harmful ages. Try steaming, poaching, or slow cooking meats to reduce age formation. Remember, it's those small, consistent steps that add up. Reducing processed meat intake isn't about perfection, it's about giving your joints a better chance to heal and stay healthy. Why it matters: your joints deserve the best. If you've been managing arthritis, you already know how frustrating joint swelling and stiffness can be. It slows you down and can make daily tasks a challenge. But the good news is, you can give your body a fighting chance by making smarter food choices. Processed and red meats don't just impact your joints, they affect your whole body. Lowering these foods can improve your heart health, boost energy, and help with weight management, all of which play important roles in managing arthritis. Now that you understand the hidden dangers of processed and red meats, it's time to think about what you can add to your diet to fight inflammation and support joint health. In the next section, we'll explore some of the common foods that sneak into our diets: refined carbs and added sugars, and how they can also be harming your joints in ways you might not expect. 2. Refined carbohydrates and added sugars. Refined carbohydrates are foods like white bread, pasta, crackers, and many processed baked goods. What's tricky about these foods is that they've been stripped of their natural fiber and nutrients during processing. What's left behind is a kind of quick energy that your body absorbs too fast, actually. When you eat these refined carbs, your blood sugar spikes sharply, like a roller coaster ride for your body. Why does that matter? Well, each time your blood sugar shoots up, your body reacts by releasing chemicals that promote inflammation. This inflammation doesn't just stay in your bloodstream, it tends to settle right in your joints, causing them to swell, ache, and feel stiff. And then there's added sugar, the sneaky culprit in so many foods you wouldn't expect. Sugars are added to everything from salad dressings and sauces to those healthy granola bars and flavored yogurts. Overconsuming these sugars leads your liver to work overtime, pumping out more inflammatory substances. This extra inflammation can cause damage to cartilage and collagen, the essential materials that keep your joints flexible and pain-free. Let me share a story to bring this to life. John is a 58-year-old man who's been battling osteoarthritis for a few years now. He loved starting his day with a sugary cereal and often reached for sodas during the day for a quick energy boost. But he noticed his knees would swell up and become tender, especially after meals heavy in sugar and refined carbs. When John worked with me, we put together a simple, achievable plan. He swapped white bread and pasta for whole grains like quinoa and brown rice, foods that digest slowly and don't cause those wild blood sugar spikes. Instead of soda, John started drinking water infused with lemon and cucumber, refreshing and without added sugar. And for sweetness, he reached for fresh berries, which not only tasted great but also packed a punch of antioxidants that help fight inflammation. Within a few months, John's joint tenderness decreased, and his energy improved. He found he could get through the day without the mid-afternoon slump he used to feel. Plus, he noticed his taste buds were changing. What once tasted sweet started to taste too sugary, and he began craving those natural, wholesome flavors instead. Here's a little secret from my years of experience. Your taste buds are incredibly adaptable. When you cut back on sugar, your palate slowly resets. Foods like berries, apples, or even nuts begin to taste naturally sweet and satisfying. On the flip side, foods that are loaded with sugar can start tasting overly sweet and even off-putting. This shift is a wonderful side effect because it helps you maintain healthier eating habits without feeling deprived. So, how can you take control starting today? Here are some simple, practical steps. Choose whole grains instead of refined carbs. Opt for brown rice, quinoa, steel-cut oats, or whole wheat bread rather than their white, refined counterparts. These provide fiber that slows digestion, helping to keep blood sugar steady and joints calm. Get savvy with nutrition labels. Hidden sugars lurk in places you might not expect. Look out for terms like sucrose, corn syrup, dextrose, or anything ending in ose. Knowing what you're eating is the first step to making better choices. Swap sugary snacks for natural options. Instead of candy bars or cookies, try fresh fruits like berries, nuts, or plain yogurt without added sugar. These options satisfy cravings and provide nutrients that support your overall health. Why does all this matter so much? Because when you choose foods that keep your blood sugar steady and minimize inflammation, you're giving your joints the chance to feel better, move easier, and hurt less. It's not about giving up sweets forever, it's about making smarter, sustainable choices that help you enjoy life without the constant battle of swollen, stiff joints. Up next, we'll dive into the world of fried and fast foods, those crispy, tempting meals that many of us love but often harm our joints. I'll share tips on how to enjoy those flavors without the pain. 3 fried and fast foods. Those crispy fries, crunchy fried chicken, and quick burgers are undeniably tasty and convenient. But here's the truth: they can wreak havoc on your joint health and make arthritis symptoms worse than you might expect. Why? It comes down to what these foods are cooked in and what they contain. Most fried foods use oils rich in omega-6 fatty acids. While omega-6s are necessary in small amounts, too much can throw off the balance with omega-3 fatty acids, the good fats that fight inflammation. When this balance tips too far, your body stays stuck in a state of chronic inflammation, which likes to settle in your joints. But that's just the beginning. Fast foods often contain trans fats, artificially created fats added to improve texture and shelf life. Trans fats are the villains of the fat world. They clog arteries, raise bad cholesterol, and quietly increase joint pain and stiffness over time. Then there's the salt factor. Fast foods are loaded with sodium, way more than your body needs. This excess salt causes your body to hold onto water, leading to swelling that adds extra pressure on already inflamed joints. When you combine this with refined carbs and all the chemical additives in fast food, you get a perfect storm that worsens arthritis symptoms. Here's a story to bring this home. Linda is 65 and was always short on time, often grabbing fast food meals to keep up with her busy schedule. But she began noticing her joint swelling getting worse, making it harder to walk comfortably. After learning how fried and fast foods can inflame joints, Linda decided to make some simple but powerful changes. She started cooking at home more, using an air fryer and healthy oils like olive or avocado oil to make her favorite snacks like crispy sweet potato fries sprinkled with turmeric, a spice known for its anti-inflammatory benefits. She swapped out fried chicken for grilled chicken wraps packed with fresh veggies. Within a few weeks, Linda felt less joint swelling and more freedom to move without pain. Practical advice you can start today. Try air frying at home. Air fryers are fantastic for creating that crispy, fried texture without the unhealthy oils. Use anti-inflammatory oils like olive or avocado oil for the best results. Make sweet potato fries. Instead of regular fries, slice sweet potatoes, toss them with a little olive oil and turmeric, then bake or air fry. They're delicious, nutritious, and better for your joints. Choose grilled or baked foods when eating out. If you're grabbing a meal on the go, pick grilled chicken or fish instead of fried options. Add a side salad or steamed veggies instead of fries. Watch your salt intake. Try to limit processed foods high in sodium. Cooking at home lets you control how much salt goes into your meals, helping reduce joint swelling. Why making these changes matters. The convenience and taste of fried and fast foods can be tempting, but remember your joints pay the price. Reducing these foods doesn't mean giving up flavor or enjoyment. It's about finding smarter ways to satisfy your cravings while protecting your health. For now, why not take a small step? Maybe swap one fast food meal this week for a homemade grilled option, or try baking those sweet potato fries with turmeric. Little changes like these add up. Your joints will thank you. To wrap up, remember these 3 key foods to avoid or reduce if you're managing arthritis: processed and red meats, refined carbohydrates, and added sugars, and fried or fast foods. Making small, mindful changes like choosing lean proteins, whole grains, and healthier cooking methods can dramatically ease joint swelling and pain. Start with one simple swap today. Your joints will thank you. For more valuable tips and home remedies tailored for those over 50, be sure to subscribe to Home Remedies Over 50 and check the detailed links in the description below for additional resources. Thanks for watching, take care of your joints, and I'll see you in the next video.